Ready for some new smart glasses? Welcome back to another Techstination interview. Joining us from Vuzix, Vuzix, is President and CEO Paul Travers. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Good morning, Fred. How are you? Yeah, it's great to be here.
Chilly morning where you are and where I am, but before we get into what's brand new, a little background about Vuzix. You've been one of the real pioneers in this space, and in fact, if my math is right, the company's turning 25 years old this year?
That's correct. Yes, 97. So it's been quite some time. We started, a little bit of background on us, just quickly. We started in the defense space. We made this thing called TAC-Eye for the Special Forces guys. It was a monocular one-eye device. They'd throw a PackBot in a building, and that robot would run around inside, and they'd have a controller in their hands, and that eyepiece could see what the robot saw inside the building. Special Forces guys came to us all the way back then. This was like, I don't know, 1999 kind of a thing. And they were like, we want Oakley style sunglasses, Paul. We open up our laptops, we light up like a Christmas tree. We want to get rid of all of that. We want our computers in our glasses, and we want them to look like Oakley style sunglasses. That's a long time ago. We've been trying to solve for that problem since the beginning. One of the things we learned early on in the game, if it was big, bulky, and heavy and hard to wear, even in enterprise, it really had a hard time finding traction, because you can't put in an 8-hour shift wearing something that hurts. And a lot of people don't like to wear something that looks like they just came off the Starship Enterprise. So we have a series of products that are lightweight, truly wearable, like 2.8 ounces. So we have companies that are using them now, 24-hour shifts round the clock in warehouses. We have doctors that use them in operating theaters around the clock again. Knee surgery, shoulder surgery. Our glasses are being used a lot of places throughout enterprise. And at the Consumer Electronics Show, we introduced a brand new pair that looks strikingly like those Oakley style sunglasses that the Special Forces guys wanted, called the Vuzix Shield.
Well, tell us about the new Vuzix Shield and what they're designed for, what they can do.
Yeah, again, we're in the enterprise space. This is the first pair of glasses that are binocular. They use what's a very unique display technology called micro LEDs. Everybody's probably familiar with the term OLED, which is organic light emitting diode, and a lot of home TV sets are made out of OLEDs. A lot of phones use OLED screens. They're beautiful, but these displays made out of micro LEDs have really, really tiny inorganic LEDs in them. They're 1 micron in size. So literally the display inside of the Shield is the size of a grain of rice. And that little grain of rice size display puts out 2 million nits of light. Because it's inorganic, it doesn't have the problem that an OLED has, where it has burn-in and you can only get them just so bright. 2 million nits is super, super bright. And what's nice is it's tiny. In fact, here's the display itself. You'll see it's like the size of that's the full engine. Optics, the grain of rice sits underneath those optics. It's the size of a pencil eraser. And you can imagine those can fit in the temple of glasses and practically disappear. So this is Vuzix's first pair of glasses that have that look and feel of a conventional pair. Sorry, this is kind of hard to see, but, and they have a Oakley style look and feel, really thin front ends. They'll come in a bunch of different industrial designs on the bottom. They're also designed to be safety glasses. So you put them on, and if you're doing heavy duty work with wood chips flying around and that sort of stuff, these guys operate as your safety shields at the same time. There's a pair of displays. They work with Vuzix's latest advanced waveguides. The contrast inside of these things, transmission is like 92%. So you put them on and it's as clear as the glasses you have on right now, Fred. It's wide open too, just like your glasses. There's no occlusion. There's nothing sticking from here on up. And then when you look inside, out in front of you, it literally appears like it's something you could reach out and touch. These waveguides are also designed so that the imagery is not at infinity for the user. You've heard of focus disparity, convergence and focus disparity, right? What that is when you look through a waveguide, the images are typically out at infinity, so they're far away. But everything you're doing is within arm's reach. So you put the virtual images within arm's reach, You converge to look at them within arm's reach, but the imagery is focused to your eyes like it's far away still. And that causes a lot of stress for people. These waveguides are designed, built right into the waveguides to bring the focus 1.5 meters away. So it's 1.5 meters away, which is very, very close to where you're working, which is typically where the convergence is. You put these things on and you'd swear it was real. It's so comfortable to use. And because the contrast is so good on these displays, like 1,000,000 to 1, there is no frame. You know, a lot of AR headsets have got this ghosty grayish box that you look through, and nothing around the outside edge if it's the right kind of glasses, if they're even close. These things, you can't tell there's a display there. Literally, you see a pixel and that is it. There is no outside display frame. So it's an uncanny experience. They're the most beautiful AR glasses I've seen, quite frankly. I'd say that as the CEO of Vuzix, but at the Consumer Electronics Show, we had lines that didn't stop all day long. And that was the comment everybody said. These things are so clear, they're so beautiful, they're crisp. So they're really advanced, lightweight, but again, they're designed to go to work.
And there's no cable attaching them to anything else. Everything is contained within the glasses.
That's right. Everything's in the glasses. The batteries are in the back. There's 8-core CPU, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connectivity. There's a touchpad on the side. There's microphones all over the thing. So there's noise canceling capabilities built in. There's audio built into the temples of the glasses at the same time. There's a pair of cameras that look out the front. So you can do spatial computing if you want to. You can use it for metrology purposes. So you can look at a space and measure things in that space. And then it's got a pair of displays that give you this beautiful 3D imagery out there in space.
Tell us, I know there are probably many, but some of the use case scenarios that we can expect.
Yes. Well, an obvious one, well, obvious, I guess nothing's obvious in this phase, but to me, because we've been at this for a while, in the medical space right now, there's a big need for glasses for remote surgeries and remote help from mentoring to support for a doctor that's in the operating theater himself from the medical tech community. An example, Ohana One, they're Doctors Without Boundaries or Borders, I guess. What these guys do is they get on a plane, they fly to South Africa, and they help and teach on how to do a new kind of open heart surgery, let's say. Well, today, a person can put our glasses on. The doctor, who's an expert, instead of getting on an airplane, he can be in his office in San Francisco, let's say, or New York City, dial into this web compliant, HIPAA compliant interface on the web, and literally teleport into the doctor's point of view, because the camera's running in the operating theater in South Africa. The doctor's doing the operation, and that expert doctor in New York City can look and see and circle and say, no, no, don't do that, cut this. So it's almost like he's standing next to him. You flip that around and you've got a doctor who's an expert and he's teaching 500 other people what he's doing while he's doing the operation. So the operating theater is a big area where things are growing for Vuzix. They're also using our glasses in the operating theater to do knee surgery, by way of example. They put instrumentation on the knee. The doctor's wearing our glasses, and the glasses tell him literally how aligned the two pieces of instrumentation are. When they're aligned appropriately, the glasses say, whoa, it's there. They do a cross check, and then they put the pins in the person's knee. So they use the glasses as the entire alignment tool to do the operation. Companies like Pixie Medical, companies like Medacta, they're all doing that sort of stuff with our glasses. So the medical space is beginning to use these glasses in a big way. Another example is in warehousing. You might have a pallet that you're trying to pack, and you've got, people that are brand new at doing the job, and you can imagine that if you pack that pallet wrong and it shows up at the next store and all the stuff is busted up on it, people aren't going to buy those boxes of things. So pallet packing is a skill. It takes some time to learn. And if you have lots of employees that are flipping out and changing all the time, you got to teach them how to do it. It can take a long time. But you can give a person a pair of our glasses, and with the right software, literally it teaches them while they're doing it how to pack the pallet as the stuff that's coming off of the conveyor belt to get put on the pallet comes at the person. Never done it before. You got the glasses on. They're telling you exactly where and how to pack the pallet. So it's in logistics, like I just described. It's in remote support. It's in hospitals. There's effectively all over the place in enterprise right now. Our glasses are beginning to be used. You might imagine with COVID, it's hard to get to your plant floor in China, but you can send a pair of glasses and teleport there like you were there.
That's wild. So the new glasses here, when do they arrive on the market, and roughly the price?
Yep. They're going to be, again, they're enterprise-based glasses. They're a hell of a piece of kit. They got a lot of technology in them. They're going to be $19.99 for the glasses, and they should be available in a broader sense in the second quarter to some of our select partners and stuff. They'll be able to get them here in the first quarter. We've already shipped a few, in fact.
And the software, the things that are needed to make them really operational, all of that is custom done. And how difficult is that process?
Well, I mean, it's what's taken this industry a long time to catch up, quite frankly. You have a wonderful pair of glasses, but the software doesn't do anything at first, right? So somebody's got to take the time to write an entire software suite, an ecosystem. And there's probably about 100 companies that write software for our glasses, from 1 Minute to the guys at GemVision to TeamViewer, one of our premium partners. TeamViewer purchased two of the companies that used to be a big part of Vuzix's business. One of them was Upskill, and one of them was a company called UVMax. And they have a suite now of frontline workers software. TeamViewer is doing a great job. And that software is just plug and play. And oftentimes we'll bundle it with our glasses and ship it to the customer as a finished package. You just turn it on and it's up and running for them.
What are your thoughts about AR becoming very commonplace, even beyond the enterprise? I mean, we hear stories pretty frequently that Apple and others and Google might get back into it. Tell us what your thoughts are.
I mean, I think it's inevitable. The way the industry's going, AR Kit, AR Core, these applications are designed to take the virtual space. Well, you can do one of two things. You can enter the metaverse, as it were. And what that means is, you're like in the Matrix. You take the blue pill, you got the glasses on, and you're staying in the Matrix, and it's just you in the virtual space. And you can, if you look at Oculus and all the different titles that they have available, all of that stuff is in the metaverse, right? The other way of thinking about it is you take the metaverse and you bring it into the real world. And that's where augmented reality comes in. So you got all this stuff that's out there, this metadata and stuff that's relatable to the real world. And the easiest way to think about that is you're on the plant floor, and all of that equipment on the plant floor is connected to the intranet inside the company's networks. And you're, as a repair guy, you walk up to a piece of equipment, you have the AR glasses on, and just by looking at the equipment, all of the information, the sensors, the temperature, the bearings, the last maintenance, all of that stuff is available. It's in the metaverse, but it's connected to the real world as you're looking at it to get your job done. A simpler way of looking at it is playing Pokemon Go, right? You got your hands on your phone, you're holding it up, you're pointing it down the street, and there's a Pokemon Go character out in front of you. Those games are designed for a pair of glasses. The whole metaverse is going to join the real world, and it's going to change the way everything works. But you need smart glasses that people actually want to wear to make that happen. And that's where Vuzix comes in.
And will you be playing in that consumer space too? You talked about, what you're doing in the enterprise.
Yeah, we're going to be a significant player, I believe, in the enterprise space. And the technology that we're building has much broader application areas, and you'll see Vuzix partner with folks to go after those broader markets. So yes, we will be.
Very interesting. And the affordability of this, I assume, is going to
it's just
come down too. I mean, it already has, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a function of volume, and the enterprise space, the ROIs are significant. I mean, within a week, you can get your monies back, maybe 2 or 3 in some of the areas. In some areas, one use case, you get your money back on using the smart glasses. So it's very economic in enterprise today. In the broader markets, though, the price point's got to come down, and that's a function of volume, and the content and all of that stuff will come together over the next couple, 3 years. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can already see some of the bigger firms making glasses with cameras in them. Nobody's got displays in them just yet, but that's coming. Although I hand it to Snap, they've got a pair, but it's only used for developers. Ultimately, the broad markets, higher volume is going to be there, and it's going to be super exciting, the things that you'll be able to do with the glasses.
And for people who wear glasses already, some of these would go over glasses or have prescription lenses, or
Yeah,
how is that going to work?
we're not big on the over the glasses thing. What that does is it's uncomfortable. But first of all, just wearing one pair. If you want one pair of glasses, they're your prescription glasses, and that's the way this is going to be. These glasses right here, you buy them, and when you order them with your script if you need distance vision correction. So they're going to be your regular glasses.
Terrific. For more information, where can we all go?
Vuzix.com.
And
Vuzix.com.
very interesting stuff. Congratulations on continuing the innovation for all this time. Paul Travers, thanks for taking the time with us.
Yes, thanks, Fred. Again, my pleasure.